Pete, not the day with the bat we would have wanted. What's your assessment of the play today?
Well, we've struggled, haven't we? I mean, I think the assessment of the 2 days is that they've bowled better than we did. They've made it far more challenging, I think, for our batters. So I think from that point of view, but also batting wise, we haven't managed to build partnerships. I think there was the first 50 partnership I think that we got in the second innings with Moores and Hamid. So yeah, credit to them. I think they played really well, and they played good aggressive cricket in a style we played a lot all year actually, and they played better than us at the moment. We've got to come back tomorrow and hopefully for Liam and Tom Moores that they can go in there and they can build a partnership.
Following on over 260 behind, we'd obviously left ourselves quite a mountain to climb. What were the immediate goals when we went back out there for the second time?
Oh, we were pretty clear, I think, what we want to do. We're trying to just build a score. In some ways, ignore the scoreboard, and you're trying to target a big score like you would in the first innings, because you know you're going to have to try and get a lead somewhere in excess of probably 120, 130, 150 in the end to give yourself a chance of trying to win the game. So I think it was to bat well. To be fair to Slater and Hamid at the start, we settled in, and then once Benner got out, we had that flurry of wickets again, very similar to the first innings, and it put us in a position in the game where it's really tough.
Hasib was our top scorer in both innings and passed 1,000 first-class runs for the season. How impressive has his effort been across the summer?
He's played really well. I mean, he's played really well. I think technically he's made a few adjustments. I think the winter, he had a tough winter. The Ashes winter was a tough winter. But credit to him, he came back, he looked at what he needed to do, he adjusted some things. And we've seen him play well against all sorts of bowlers in all sorts of formats, really. He played very well in the 50 over as well. So he'll look back on the season, he's had a really good year. He want to finish strong if he can in the last game. But he looks a fine player, and he's still 25. I mean, that's the thing to remember with someone like Hass, is that he started young playing for England, but like all players, it's partly how they adjust to some of the challenges they get in the game.
Obviously, when you have days like these, when the opposition's on top, how important is it to kind of park it and move on and look forward to the job ahead?
Well, we're still in the game, so at the moment we scrub ourselves up. We come back tomorrow and we try and with the 4 batters we've got left, for them to build partnerships and do as well as they can. Always at the end of the game, we look at the game as a whole and any individual performances, decide if we need to adjust for the next game. So we'll scrap our way in this game, see where we get to. At the end of it, whatever happens, we'll then be preparing pretty quickly for Durham, which is the last game of the season. So we're at that point where we know our goal. We want to win the division. We've had a very good season. We played some really good 4-day cricket all the way through. On these last 2 days, we'd have no complaints. Worcester have outplayed us so far, so we've got to try and play well tomorrow and see where that takes us.